This meeting of the Oak Park City Council is called to order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. City Clerk Ed Norris, please call the roll.
Mayor McClellan.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Burns.
Here.
Councilmember Speech. Councilmember Radner.
Here.
Councilmember Rich.
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum. Next is approval of the agenda. Please note that we are removing item 15F because the company is not quite ready to apply for its facade improvement grant. Removing 15F. I'd like a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
So moved.
Support? Is there support?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Item 5 is the consent agenda. These are routine items that are considered as one item without discussion. Any council member can ask for one of them to be removed if they have an issue with it. A, regular council meeting minutes of April 19th, 2017. B, special council meeting minutes of April 19th. C, special council meeting minutes of April 25th. D, planning commission meeting minutes of March 13th. E, beautification advisory commission meeting minutes of February 21st. F, retirement board meeting minutes of January 23rd, February 27th, and March 27th. G, agreement with the road commission for Oakland County for street sweeping, litter picking, and lawn mowing services on Greenfield Road from 8 to 10 Mile Roads and on 10 Mile Road from Greenfield to Maplefield. H, resolution designating Kevin J. Yee as the agent for the City of Oak Park with regard to the Oakland County West Nile Virus Reimbursement Program. I, licenses, new and renewals is submitted for May 1st. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. I don't see elected officials in the audience, so going on to special recognition and presentations. City Manager Eric Tungate, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of council. It is my honor to be able to recognize Dawnetta Boyd-Hill. And Dawnetta is one of our employees in the finance department and specifically in treasury. Dawnetta has exemplified the kind of public service and customer service that has grown to be accustomed here at the City of Oak Park. She, just to give you a little bit of background, she has 3 adult children. She's been married for 20 years. And she also has a master's degree in public administration, by the way. And she is also, I'm very pleased to say, an Oak Park resident. She carries herself in a very friendly and open way, not only with her internal employees, but again, also with the residents and business owners. I really could not be more proud of her accomplishments, and I'm really, really looking forward to what the future holds for her. It's an honor to recognize her here tonight. And if you would like to come on up and we can have our photos taken. City council members, if you would join me.
Yeah, ready. Let's take some pictures.
words, and then do you want me to, or do you want for the next one?
Master plan, you're going to say a couple, I'll say something, and you
Okay.
say,
Okay.
okay. We have another recognition of 5 members, 5 employees who have done our master plan, gone from the history of Oak Park, things in the past, to what our dreams are in the future, and what the next 5 years should bring. And this is an enormous job that sometimes professionals charge $100,000 for. And these people made this happen for the city of Oak Park in a wonderful way. I'm so proud of the product that they've achieved, and the plans are very exciting. City Manager Tungate, can you say a little about?
Well said, Madam Mayor, thank you. And just to add a couple of things, and council members have to get up one more time here to acknowledge these fine employees. But I think most importantly is the quality of care and intellect and extra time and all of the above that goes into a master plan revision project like this one. First and foremost, Kim Maroney, who led this team. We could not thank you more for such a great job in being a team leader. Crystal McLean in my office, who represented the city manager's office. So much time and effort was put into this by Crystal, and detail-oriented and so forth. Kevin Rokowski, our city planner, where's Kevin? There he is. Bringing, just
Years of
institutional
experience.
knowledge to the table. We couldn't be more happy with that. Nate Isadoric is here. Nate is a resident. He's also in our code division. Nate brings a multitude of education and experience to this project, and we're very, very thankful for that. And then lastly, Elizabeth King. Elizabeth has served in a couple of different offices as a management intern, and Elizabeth volunteered a huge amount of her own time and otherwise towards this project, and we're very, very thankful for all of the hard work and dedication for all of the volunteers. And at this time, I would like to ask council members to join me again for a photo, and I'd like to present a plaque to each one of you for your great effort. Thank you very much.
You want to carry the plaques? You carry the plaques?
Thank you. I'm going to have to file a workers' comp claim after this.
Oh, my, wait a minute. You got the plaque.
Great job, my friend.
Nate, I can see you're not the cutest member of your family.
Oh, no, my wife is the son.
Yes, clearly. Oh, that was fun. Thank you. Before we open the public hearing, I'd like to invite Director Rob Barrett to come and give us an introduction to the reprogramming of the 2015 Community Development Block Grant Funds.
City of Oak Park has community block grant dollars for program year 2015 that are under consideration for reprogramming. The funds must be allocated to specific projects and the dollar amount identified for each project. In order to accomplish the reprogram of these funds, a public hearing must be accomplished to solicit public comment. Please note that the published advertisement for the May 1st, 2017 public hearing indicated an incorrect amount for the proposed reprogramming. The advertisement indicated $15,000 and is actually $14,893.03. Staff recommending to reprogram this. We're recommending to reprogram 2015 yard services from yard services to 2015 code services. It's a pretty simple move, but it seems complicated to explain, but let me just try to read in one thing here. CDBG wages are drawn on our fiscal year 1 year behind our fiscal year because it's usually awarded late in the year, in the middle of our fiscal year, and you don't know what the appropriation is going to be. Inherently, rec was always a little behind, and they were drawing 2 years behind for yard services for seniors. So this is an attempt to catch them both up and be 1 year behind, drawing on yard services and code services. It is recommended that the City Council opens a public hearing to receive comment on the possible reprogramming of CDBG funds for program year 2015 and adopt a supporting resolution.
Thank you so much. Okay, I am opening the public hearing to receive public comment on the reprogramming of the 2015 Community Block Grant Funds. Is there anyone here to talk about that? Nope. Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing and go on to a motion to approve a resolution approving this reprogramming of the 2015 Community Development Block Grant Funds.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any discussion or questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Burns,
Yes.
Mayor McClellan,
Yes.
Councilmember Radner,
Yes.
Councilmember Rich,
Yep.
and Councilmember Speech.
Yes.
Motion approved then. No communications or special licenses. We are on to number 11, accounting reports. Need approval for payment of invoices submitted by Garen Luco Miller PC for legal services in the total amount of $17,498.45.
So moved.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported.
Got to pay your lawyers.
Gotta pay. That being the discussion, we ready for a vote? Roll call, please.
Mayor McClellan,
Yes?
Councilmember Radner,
Yes.
Councilmember Rich,
Yes.
Councilmember Speech,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Burns.
Yes.
Motion carried, thank you. Next, we have a request to award the bid for the 2017 Fire Hydrant Blasting and Repainting Project, M646, to Cross Renovations Incorporated of Livonia, Michigan, for the total contract amount not to exceed $45,000. Item 12. Okay, is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any discussion or questions?
Yeah.
Mayor Pro Tem Burns.
Yes, the budget is, for this project is $45,000, but the lowest bidder was $59,750. So how are we going to adjust that? Are we going to do less fire hydrants or, no?
Yes.
Are we gonna do less fire?
Good
painting
evening.
and-
Yes, we are going to do less fire hydrants. The bid did come in a little higher than we had budgeted, so we're going to reduce the number of fire hydrants and pick those up the next year.
Good catch. Any other questions?
Yep, I had a question.
Councilmember Speech.
Yes, good evening, Director Yee.
Good evening.
I remember a few years back when we did this, there was another portion of the city that we did. I think it was actually the first year I came in. Can you tell me where we are in the cycle of the fire hydrant blasting? Is this like a new phase of it, of the city that we're
This-
doing?
This is a new phase. This project will complete the city, with the
Okay.
exception of the 15 that we're going to leave off. We'll add
Okay.
15. We are going to, when I say complete, that means we'll have done all the
Right.
hydrants in the city.
Okay.
Some of them on some of the major arterials that get hit a lot with salt and they get a lot more abuse, they could use some touching up. So we'll probably add that to next year and add some of the ones on the major streets as well.
Okay.
So we'll do a project again.
Just curious, what's the cycle? How often does a fire hydrant get painted?
We've probably been doing this for about 7 years, 6 or 7 years, so probably every 6 or 7 years or so.
Okay, any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Radner,
Yes.
Councilmember Rich,
Yes.
Councilmember Speech,
Yes,
Mayor Pro Tem Burns,
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes. Motion carried. Are there no ordinances? Does the city attorney have anything to report?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. No formal report. I'd just like to remind Mayor and Council that we're requesting a closed session this evening to discuss pending litigation regarding the City of Huntington Woods, City of Pleasant Ridge versus City of Oak Park and 45th District Court matter. And that will be at the conclusion at the meeting this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. City Manager Eric Tungate, we're at this city manager portion.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of council. 15A, I'd like to request that you approve to schedule a public hearing on the fiscal year 2017-18 annual budget for Monday, May 15th at 7 p.m.
Okay, is there a motion for this request?
So moved?
support.
Moved and supported. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? We will have the public hearing for the budget May 15th at our next council meeting. Item B.
15B, Madam Mayor, members of council, is a resolution of the City Council of the City of Oak Park, Michigan, authorizing the administration to enter into a legal services agreement for city attorney services with a law firm of Guerin, Lukow, Miller. This is a 3-year contract that we've discussed prior to. This is the formal version of that. We've talked about the changes in the fees, and we've also discussed at the very last page, Exhibit A, billing rates in terms of the hourly rates and the monthly payments and so forth. In addition, I would just like to add that they will also, on the very last page, it details more of the related costs, travel costs, and other various costs that would come with this agreement. This is an agreement very similar to the one we signed with them back in 2013 when we initially hired this firm. We let that contract expire, and now I'm looking to memorialize this formally with you.
Okay. So we need a resolution approving this agreement.
So moved?
Support.
Moved and supported. Discussion or questions for our attorney?
It's important to pay your lawyers.
Thank you.
I would just,
Member Speech.
yep, I would just add that I think that we've been very well represented by the firm, and I think it's a good idea to continue to retain them. We have had so many legal actions that come against the city and have come out on the favorable side because we have great attorneys.
I have a question.
Question. Councilmember Radner.
We have an absolutely wonderful attorney here, and it's Ebony Duff, and everybody knows that. But if tomorrow Ebony decides to quit Guerin, Lukow, and create her own law firm, are we stuck with this, or do we get to go with her?
Well, one, you can rest assured, I am not leaving Guerin-Luco Miller. I've been there 15 years. I'm a senior shareholder there and have no plans to leave. But this is a contract technically with our firm. Although you are designating myself and John Galooly as the city attorneys, you have the ability to continue on with the other team members that we discussed earlier today. Or you have the option to move on at your preference.
Now, Garen Lookout does not have the authority to just decide to switch you up on us, right?
That is correct.
Okay,
They
all right,
do
just
not.
wanted to make that very clear.
Thank you.
All right, I'm ready to vote.
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilmember Rich,
Yes.
Councilmember Speech,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Burns,
No, yes.
Mayor McClellan,
Yes.
Councilmember Radner.
Yes.
Unanimous. We are delighted with our legal representation and look forward to continuing the relationship.
15C, I'd like to ask Director Maroney to join me at the podium.
Good evening. In front of you for item 15C is a recommendation from the Planning Commission to approve Oak Ridge Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, which is to be located at 13200 Oak Park Boulevard for a special land use of a convalescent home. There are 8 additional requirements that you will see in your memo, and those are made part of the approved plan. So we'll make sure that those are taken care of before they can move forward, excuse me, with their building permits.
We'll entertain a motion to approve the special land use and site plan.
So moved.
Is there support?
Support.
Thank you. Questions for Director Maroney? Mayor Pro Tem.
Well, I don't have any questions, I just have a statement. I just would like to say that Kimberly Maroney, the Economic Development Department, has worked very hard and put Oak Park's interest first when putting together this deal. I've had the opportunity to question the new business owner, and I'm very pleased with the outcome. I've reviewed the plans, and they have made some adjustments to the plan that were based out of the town hall meeting that was held a couple of months ago. So it shows me that this company is going a long way.
Responsive.
This company is going a long way to make sure that this is a great facility and it does not inconvenience the residents in any way.
Thank you. So we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? A roll call, please.
Councilmember Speech,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Mayor McClellan,
Yes,
Councilmember Radner,
Yes.
Councilmember Rich.
Yes.
motion carried. Unanimously.
Director Maroney, 15D, please.
Yes, at the last Planning Commission meeting, they recommended you approve, excuse me, the Sweet Soul Bistro for a liquor license and site plan approval for a special land use. It's to be located at 13400 8 Mile Road. The owner of this establishment owns 2 other restaurants in the city of Detroit, which we did visit. And she has received her approvals from the Jehovah's Witness, which is located within 500 feet, also included in your packet, as well as her landlord approving her to do this. There are 11 requirements that she still needs to submit to us before we can do our final approvals, and we'll make sure that those are taken care of. There's a lot of significant improvements that need to be made to the building in order for her to move forward with this. And she has already applied for her liquor license, so that's moving through the system within the city.
So, Madam Mayor, if I could, Director Maroney, just to clarify, this is the special land use approval request portion of this process. There still is an extensive Liquor Control Commission.
We'll come back for actual liquor license approval once we've done the background checks and all the other items that are required through our process here. This is just allowing her to do that type of facility as a special land use on that property. So it'll move forward when we get the actual application through the entire system within the city.
Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to approve the special land use for a restaurant that serves alcoholic liquor and site plan for Sweet Soul Bistro, 13400 8 Mile Road, subject to the conditions mentioned.
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion or questions? Council member Speech.
Yes. Just a question for the attorney. For the city attorney, the objection approval letter that was submitted, will that be, is that sufficient as far as the requirement that the applicant submit something stating they do not object? Because it's so neutral from the, and I understand why from the congregation, but does that clear the hurdle?
Yes, the letter is sufficient to meet our requirements that they
Okay.
have the adjacent property owner sign off.
Okay. Because they, just for the audience's understanding, it takes no position. So according to the way that our ordinance is written, it doesn't say that they object or don't object. So I want to make sure that it clears the hurdle for our requirements.
It does.
Okay, thank you.
Any further questions? Mayor Pro Tem?
Not a question, once again, just a statement. I've had the privilege of speaking with the owner of the Sweet Soul Bistro, and I was particularly curious as to why she selected the location that she has, because that location has been so many things over the years, and I just wanted to ascertain why did she think this particular business would be successful in that location where others weren't. The explanation that she gave to me was sufficient, and I'm just happy to say I'm glad to see that parcel of land being put to use.
Are we ready for a vote? Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Burns.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Councilmember Radner.
Yes.
Councilmember Rich.
Yes.
Councilmember Speech.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Director Maroney, 15E, please.
Yes, also at the last Planning Commission meeting, we proposed to the Planning Commission to put a 6-month moratorium for the review and approval of any new self-storage facilities in the city of Oak Park. We have thousands and thousands of units within the city, and we really wanted to take a step back and take a look at what we can do to better regulate it and get better uses within all of our commercial establishments. It seems that any building that becomes vacant is being bought up by self-storage facilities, and we think that they have a higher and better use that could employ people than a self-storage facility, and we have plenty here for all of our residents. So we are asking that the city council go along with the planning commission recommendation for the 6-month moratorium so we can better research this.
Okay, we'll entertain a motion to adopt a 6-month moratorium on the review and approval of any new self-storage facilities in the city of Oak Park.
So moved?
Second.
Moved and seconded.
Madam Mayor, there is something I need to say about this. I am conflicted out of having an opinion on this or expressing any thoughts or voting on this, so I am not going to say anything else on this topic.
Got it. Okay. Business conflict.
Right.
Okay.
I do have a question.
Question?
Did we have any applicants that were, do we have any applicants that had tried to make additional storage facilities? Is that what brought it up, or?
No, we have, just in the past few years, approved thousands of storage units within the city, and if you take a look around the community, you'll see plenty of them. We think that, we think it's in the best interest of the city to just kind of take a step back and make sure we're doing it right. And why is everybody locating here in the city of Oak Park as opposed to going to other cities?
Right.
It's
I
not a
agree with the logic.
place-making use.
Yes, and it's in the best interest of our residents and the rest of the community to try and find establishments that are actually going to employ people within our
yeah.
community. And a self-storage facility typically will only have one person on staff at any given time, and they take a lot of space up. So they're converting a lot of our office buildings and other commercial buildings into the self-storage units where we think they could be better suited as other uses.
Okay.
Again, we want to just take a good look at it. Why are they coming here to the city of Oak Park as opposed to other communities, and what makes them come here? So,
Okay, no, I totally agree. I just was
Mayor-
wondering if there were any other applicants.
yeah, no, there's nothing in the pipeline.
Okay, thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Burns.
Oh, just a comment. I think the moratorium is a great idea for us to step back and have a look at the regulations and see why Oak Park is being chosen for storage facilities. I would not want Oak Park to be known as the storage facility city.
Right.
Oh, you can go store it in Oak Park. I would not want us. We are known as a bed and breakfast community or business community. I'd like to keep it that way, so thank you.
All right. Are we ready for a vote? Roll call, please.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Councilmember Radner.
No comment.
Councilmember Rich.
Yes.
Councilmember Speech.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Burns.
Yes.
Motion carried, thank you.
Director Maroney, we have one more, 15F. No,
No, that's
that's
been
removed.
No, it's
Okay.
been removed.
Right,
guess I didn't-
recreation.
Listen very well at the beginning. We are at 15G, and I would like to ask Director Stasiak to join me at the podium. This is a fee schedule amendment, council members. Take it away, Laura.
Thank you, City Manager Tungate. Good evening, members of City Council. The Oak Park Recreation Department is requesting to amend the fee schedule for summer day camp and AM and PM latchkey to be consistent with the fee schedule proposed for the budget year of 2017-18, increasing participant fees from $95 to $120 for residents and to $130 for non-residents. AM latchkey from $20 to $30, and PM latchkey from $25 to $35 per week. This will cover the cost of staff, supplies, and field trips.
City Manager Tungate.
Council members, just to clarify, if you're wondering why we didn't just wait to put this on the fee schedule for the annual budget approval process, it's because of the timing of the programs, and we'd have to do this now, so that's why you see it.
So we need a motion to increase the summer day camp and latchkey fees for weeks starting June 19th, 2017, and June 26th.
So moved.
Second,
June 2nd. Questions or discussion?
one question.
Yes.
It's just, I'm a little ambiguous here. I'm assuming it's $95 to $120 per week.
Per week,
And
per
again,
camper,
up to $130 per week per camper.
for a non-resident, that's
So
correct.
That's, it just wasn't, didn't say per week, that's all. That was my assumption.
Anything further? Roll call, please.
I did have a question.
Oh, sorry, wait, we have a question?
What's the current rate for non-residents?
Non-resident is 110,
Okay,
excuse me, 105, $10 over.
so they're both going up 25, okay.
That's it? Yes. Ready? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Radner.
Yes.
Councilmember Rich.
Yep.
Councilmember Speech.
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Burns.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes. Motion carried, thank you.
Madam Mayor, members of council, that completes the city manager report for this evening. Thank you.
Okay, next we have a call to the audience. Please give us your name and address if you'd like to speak about anything of concern. It's a quiet group. All right. Let's see. We had an amazing time at the World Day of Dance. It's always on the 29th of April. This year it came out on a Saturday night. It was the best planned, most varied set of dancers. We had Bulgarian dancers leading us in a group dance. We had Indian dancers and faith dancers. It was amazing. And the food, if you missed the food, you missed a pretty much $20 dinner for nothing. Beautifully served. Don't miss it next time. It was amazing. We lost one of our residents, Peter Cooper, tragically this week. You might know Peter because he and his friend Jonathan are at all city events and all county events. They just are big participators, and I think he will be greatly missed. Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Burns.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Please be cognizant of the weather. This is what we call pneumonia weather. Hot one day, cold the next. Please take care of yourself. This is the time to catch the flu and get pneumonia because of our Michigan weather, so please be careful. Thank you and have a pleasant evening.
Councilmember Radner.
Have a good evening.
Councilmember Speech.
Yes, congratulations to those recent college grads and their parents and those soon-to-be, and also those getting ready to graduate high school.
Councilmember Rich.
Good night.
We are going to go into closed session. There won't be any votes after, so you won't miss anything. Pursuant to Section 8 of the Open Meetings Act, we will convene into closed session to discuss attorney-client privileged communication and pending litigation regarding City of Huntington Woods, City of Pleasant Ridge versus the City of Oak Park and the 45th District Court. Is there a motion to go into this closed session?
So moved. Second.
Second. Do we need a roll call?
Yes.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Burns,
Yes.
Mayor McClellan,
Yes.
Councilmember Radner,
Yes.
Councilmember Rich,
Yep.
Councilmember Speech.
Yes.
Thank you all for coming. You're not going to miss anything afterward. Appreciate your spending your evening with us.
After 36
I had that
district
in
court,
math.
she admits it afterward. Brings us up. She said, I just want to thank you very much, because I hadn't had
So,
this experience.
all we need is a motion to, we're on, yes, we are. We need a motion to approve the minutes of the special meeting, closed meeting.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There being no further business to come before this council, this meeting is adjourned.
Thanks for